Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sam. Welcome to my weekly reading vlog. I want to talk about what I'm going to be reading this week, and I'm trying out kind of a new thing with vlogs in general. Historically, I don't plan anything, I just kind of wing it, and I think that might be why I have tried to make so many vlogs that don't end up getting posted, because nothing interesting happens in them. So I think I'm going to try planning out a little bit more of the vlog, which is what I tried to do with this one. So we're going to see how it goes. Let me know if you hate it, but we're going to try it. So I want to talk about what I'm reading, first of all, because I'm reading some really exciting things, and I am very happy about them, and I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done in this vlog. I have already done so much reading this month. It's the 10th, and I have read 8 books already. And that's pretty good. I literally read 2 books yesterday. So I've been reading mostly audiobooks. I've read 8 books and I think 7 of them were audiobooks. So that's not normal. If you know me, you know that's not normal. It has been a very audiobook heavy month, but I'm enjoying it. I am hoping to get a few more physical books read because I do have a few that I need to read, but we're gonna try. So first up, I am reading the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. This is an adult fantasy, but it also has some sci-fi elements, mostly in the fact that it's like very apocalyptic and dystopian like. We've got a world that it's the 5th season, and I'm not gonna lie, the book's really confusing. I don't really know what that means yet, but I guess there's like bad things that happen with each season, like natural disaster type stuff, and the world like ends kind of. We also have some magic in this book, but it's considered like really dangerous magic, and it's not really supposed to be used. And we've got a few different points of view going on, but the biggest point of view that we have is a woman who came home to find that her husband had murdered their son and kidnapped their daughter. So she is now traipsing across this broken world to find her daughter. There's a whole lot more that goes into it, but I've been told with this book that you really don't know what's going on until like the last part of it anyways, so I'm not too worried that I'm really lost for a lot of it yet. It is getting darker. I'm about 100 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. I've been reading it mostly at night because I've been reading it on my Kindle, but I am hoping to make some headway in this week. I am also reading A Light in the Flame. I've been reading this for way too long. Molly is going to kill me. If you watched my TBR game for January, you know that I was yelling at Molly for taking so long to finish the first book, and I really wanted us to read the second book. She's now finished the second book, and I'm only halfway through, so it's fine. It's fine. My goal is to finish this today, but we'll see. I'm only taking so long because I know really bad things are coming, and I'm at a part where everything is like really happy right now, and I am avoiding what is coming. I'm not ready, so I am avoiding it. And then the third book I'm reading is my audiobook. I actually just started it earlier today. I am reading The Recipient. This is by Audrey J. Cole, and it's not very long, but it's supposed to be good. So far I'm liking it. It's basically following a detective in a murder case that is a copycat murder from a serial killer who died over a year ago, so they know that he could not have committed this murder. But then we also have another point of view of a woman whose husband had like a traumatic brain injury, and he had to get, I think it was brain injury, he had some sort of injury, he had to get a transplant of something, and that transplant happened to come from said serial killer. So we've got like those dual points of view, and I mean, I know where that sounds like it's leading, but I feel like that's too easy. Like, there's got to be some sort of twist here, so I don't know, but I'm intrigued. But it's not a very long audiobook. I'm listening to it at 2.5 speed, and it says it's going to take me 2.5 hours, so not very long, but I am excited. Hello. Okay, so my day got away from me, like, a lot. It is 9 p.m. But I did want to give y'all a reading update because I did do a lot of reading today, even though I didn't read any of the things I was supposed to read, but it's okay. I did not touch A Light in the Flame. Fully intended to. Got really busy. That didn't happen. We'll try again tomorrow. I did, however, listen to 2 audiobooks in one day, which is a lot. So I listened to The Recipient, which I showed y'all earlier. And then I listened to the second book in that series, which is called, I should have brought it up here with me. My phone's downstairs. Inspired by Murder. It's called Inspired by Murder. I don't remember the author, but I will put both covers up here. And they're both just like detective, mystery, thrillers, but both of them also have some points of view from like the killer, which is kind of cool. So far I'm enjoying them. It is like kind of a series, but like obviously each one's a different story, but same detective. And there are 5 books, so I'm probably going to listen to the other 3 if they're on Scribd, because I'm enjoying the series and they're quick to get through. So it's January 10th. I have read 10 books in 10 days. I'm not mad about that. I would love to read 30 books this month. I don't know that that's gonna happen, but we can try. So it is Wednesday morning, and I thought we could just do like a little get ready with me chat. I'm in my bathroom. You can't see much of it because it's not very big and camera angles, but good morning. I realized last night that I never actually told y'all anything about the books that I read yesterday. Like I told you what they were, but I didn't actually tell you if I liked them. So I thought we could talk about that a little bit this morning. So I read the 2 books, the 2 like mystery thriller audiobooks. They are both following this detective really in, I think it's called Emerald City. And the first one is about a string of murders that are copycat murders of a serial killer who died a year ago. So it's trying to figure out what's going on there. And then you also have the point of view of a woman whose husband had a traumatic brain injury, and he got like this experimental procedure done where he received brain cells from said serial killer who died. So his wife is afraid that he's like taken on the serial killer's personality and is like killing people. So that's super interesting. And then the second one was about a psychologist. It's still like you still have the same detective, but this one was really told more from the villain's point of view. So you have this psychologist or psychiatrist who is writing a book, like a murder mystery book, I guess, and he realizes that he doesn't really know, like he can't write about death the way that he wants to, so he decides to kill somebody so that he can write about it. So you've got like him planning this murder, and then you've also got the detective trying to solve said murder at the same time. It's super interesting. I gave them both 3 stars, and part of that is because I revamped my rating system this year. So what do I do with my hair today? I don't like it. Okay, so part of my new rating system that I really got the concept from Covers with Cassidy and her reading tracking spreadsheet. So it's like a weighted system. So it still counts enjoyment as like a big part of your rating, but it also includes like, was the writing good? Were the characters done well? Was the plot good? Like all of that stuff. And I feel like that's a much more well-rounded way of rating. But it has definitely, I'm already noticing I'm having a lot more 3-star reads that I probably would have put as 4 stars previously. But because I'm now not just going off of my enjoyment level, it feels better to me. Like 3 stars is still a good book. It's still a book that I liked, that I enjoyed. It's just that I can recognize that it may not have been the best written book. I think it's going to make me have less 5-star ratings, which I think is a good thing because I rated over half the books that I read last year as 5 stars, and I feel like that was just very skewed. So I really want to kind of be a little bit more discerning about that. So I rated both of these 3 stars, which is not bad. I feel like sometimes people think 3 stars is a bad rating, especially on like TikTok. 3 stars is good. That means it was good. I keep books on my shelves that are 3 stars and above. So 3 stars, I did enjoy it. I thought that the plot of the second one was more interesting, but I thought the first one was, the writing style was a little bit better. So that's how they both ended up in like the 3-star range. But I did enjoy them. There are 5 books in the series. I am intending to read the other 3. I don't know what they're about, but I'm gonna read them as audiobooks as long as Scribd has them or something, because I don't pay for audiobooks. But that's my plan for today. I did not read any of A Light in the Flame yesterday, so I really need to read that today. So I think that's gonna be like my #1 priority, is to read that. This is supposed to be a get ready with me, and I get distracted and I haven't actually gotten ready at all. So that is the plan for today, is to read A Light in the Flame and then listen to a couple audiobooks. I'm running out of puzzles though. Like, I do physical puzzles when I am listening to audiobooks, which is how I've been listening to so many, because I've been doing so many puzzles recently, but I only have 1 left. And the one that I just finished last night, I'm actually missing a piece, which is very sad because this is the one that I was planning to like glue. But I can't do that if I'm missing a piece. So I'm gonna search for that piece today, hopefully find it. I don't know if I'm gonna glue it or not, because I don't know what I would do with it. Like I said, I was gonna glue it because it's an Outlander puzzle, but also like, what am I gonna do with it when it's glued? I also recently stopped wearing foundation and I just use concealer as foundation. I don't really know if that's like better or not, but it takes less time. It's less products to buy, and I just like have no patience for makeup in general. So this is where we're at. I also told myself today that I was going to reorganize my kitchen, because when we moved in, like, I unpacked everything in the kitchen, but I didn't really like organize all the cabinets and the drawers. I just kind of put stuff places because I was sick when we were moving in, so I was just trying to like get it done. But now I kind of want to like actually go in and like organize the drawers and make it functional and neat, because sometimes I do have trouble finding things just because it's not super organized right now. Okay, I like to think that I can multitask, but clearly we are learning I absolutely cannot. But if anybody's curious, I use the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer and the L'Oreal Voluminous Brown Balm Mascara. I've been using brown mascara because I feel like it's a little bit more natural, and I'm really going for like a no makeup look. So that's it. Those are the only 2 things that I use. Sometimes I use tinted chapstick. That's it. I wear these earrings almost every single day. These are my go-to earrings. It's mostly because I lost all of my jewelry in the move. So that's sad because I did have a few sentimental pieces in there. Still hoping they turn up somewhere. But these were the earrings I wore when we moved, so, and then this was a Christmas gift. So this is essentially all the jewelry I own at the moment. I bought myself 1 more pair of earrings, but they're like fun earrings, so I don't normally wear them unless I mean, I guess I could wear them with this outfit. They'd look fine. But they also might get tangled in my hair if it's down, so I'm not gonna do that. Alright, I made a whole plan for this vlog. I like wrote things down. I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing next, so on with my day. Good morning, everyone. It's now Thursday, and I realized I never updated y'all last night, and that is totally my fault. I stayed up way too late because I really wanted to finish the audiobook that I was reading, so that was a mistake. I paid for it this morning. My body does not handle lack of sleep well at all. Like, I wish I could be one of those people who pulled all-nighters and stuff, but if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, I get so sick the next day. It's like a hangover, but from sleep. Like, it's actually a nightmare. So that's why it's almost noon and I just got ready for the day. I am technically still in the top that I slept in. I do not plan on changing that, and I'm wearing leggings today. That is where we are at. I also just DoorDashed McDonald's, which I never do. I try really hard not to eat fast food, and I try really hard not to DoorDash because it's expensive. However, I had to go with, if I was going to eat anything today, I had to go with whatever didn't sound like it was going to make me gag. And McDonald's fries was the only thing that came to mind. So, at least I'm eating something, because a lot of times when this happens, I just don't eat all day. So, reading update. Never gave y'all one of those. I read like a lot of things yesterday, but the most important part is that I finished A Light in the Flame, and oh my goodness. I told y'all I was avoiding reading a lot of this because I knew something bad was coming and I didn't want to read that part, and you can tell where that part is if you look really closely at like where I tabbed. You can see like, where is it, like right here there's this huge gap in the tabs, and that is because that was the bad part that I was like, it's not that it was like bad writing, like it was great, it was good plotting, like everything, but it made me mad, and I only tabbed 3 things and none of those 3 things happened in that section. But then you can see it got better from there. It got like a lot better from there. So my only complaint is I am so tired of cliffhangers. I have read so many cliffhangers recently, and I just want an ending that just ends. I mean, I know there's another book, but like, does it have to be a cliffhanger? Like, it's possible to continue a series without there being a cliffhanger at the end of every book. I promise there is. Other than that, I read like 3 other things, and I have to pull up my Goodreads because I truly don't remember. I listened to a bunch of audiobooks because I was doing puzzles yesterday. So I listened to the next 3 books in the Emerald City Thriller series that I was reading. These are by Audrey J. Cole. So I listened to The Summer Nanny, Fatal Deception, and Viable Hostage. And The Summer Nanny is actually just like a little novella. It was only like 67 pages. But it was like crucial to the rest of the story. Like, in order to understand a lot of the character development for one of the detectives in books 4 and 5, you need to read that. So I did. I enjoyed all 3 of them. I think the last one might have been my favorite. Well, 4 was pretty good too. 3 was basically just what it sounds like. Summer nanny. Somebody breaks in. It goes from there. It's not very long. That one was interesting. I really like how I never expect where these are going, even though almost all of the books have chapters that are points of view from the killer. There's always still a twist. So like, even though you already know like who done it, there's still things you don't know, and I've been really enjoying that. Unfortunately, the series is now over, but I know she's written a couple other books, so I'm probably going to listen to those if Script has them, which I think they do, because I'm really enjoying her writing. It's not like top tier thriller, but I would describe these as like watching episodes of Criminal Minds. Like, that's what it feels like, because they're not very long. I can finish one of these books at the speed that I listened to it in about 2 to 2.5 hours. So it feels like watching episodes of Criminal Minds. And I enjoy that. Criminal Minds is one of my comfort shows, which some people think is really weird that a serial killer show would be a comfort show, but I am who I am. Now I kind of want to rewatch Criminal Minds now that I'm thinking about it, but I won't. So, plans for today. I'm probably going to listen to a couple other audiobooks. I want to take it so chill today. I'm about to get up and get my fries. I have a headache because I didn't drink Mountain Dew this morning because I slept in. So I have a caffeine headache, so I am trying to fix that. I am well aware that this is the absolute worst thing I can be doing in the mornings, but that is a habit to break at another time. I also want to go to the library because I only have one more book. Unless I decide to un-DNF Red Rising, I have one more book on my January TBR. So I was going to go to the library to get some books for some mood reading, but then I also found out that my library today is doing a book sale. So I kind of want to go to that too. But we'll see. I don't have any cash, and they might be cash only. I'm not sure. But we can at least go check it out. So that's kind of my plan. I'm going to go eat and then figure out what I'm doing with my life. So it's Friday now, and I didn't do as much filming yesterday as I had planned, but it is what it is. As far as reading goes, also didn't do as much reading yesterday as I planned, but I tried. I read a little bit more of the 5th season. I think I'm like 28% of the way through. I'm 134 pages in, so I'm definitely reading this one like super slowly, and I kind of want to make some progress in that today, so that might be my focus. I also listened to another book by Audrey J. Cole, The Final Hunt, and I am about halfway through that. This one's about a woman who, her husband died in a bear attack 3 months ago, and then she discovers that he was actually a serial killer. And so she loses everything because like the media finds out and everything, so she like loses her dental practice and she's running out of money, and then she starts to get this feeling that her husband isn't actually dead because they never found his body. So she gets this feeling that he like faked his death, so she goes to Alaska to find him. So it's interesting. It's definitely different than her other books. Like her other books were like a series, and it was all set around like the same detective force, and like different killers from that detective force, and you got a lot of points of view from the killer and all of that. This one is more like typical thriller, where we've just got like the one point of view and we don't know what's going on. Like we know who the serial killer was, but we don't know like if he's alive. We don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm very interested in seeing what happens in the second half of this book. So I think that's basically my plan for today. I never got around to cleaning the kitchen or like doing any of that stuff, but you know what, that's fine. I think I'm gonna start my morning by reading the 5th season. Maybe I usually read it at night, so maybe I'll try reading it in the morning and see how that goes. I think I'm gonna start with that, and then we'll see. I'll probably work on my puzzle some more. I just want like a chill day. You need one of those every now and then. Okay, new plan actually. I tried to read, but I just know if I sit there and read on my Kindle right now, I'm going to fall back asleep, and I don't want to do that. But I did realize that two of the books that I really want that were on my like most anticipated books for 2023 list are out. So I think I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble and get them. I've been like hesitating because I don't know which edition of Hellbent I want. Like, do I want the standard silver edition or do I want the red Barnes & Noble exclusive edition? And I just can't decide. But I know the other one that I want is The Stolen Heir, and that's part of the Cruel Prince series. So I have all of the Barnes & Noble editions for that. So I know I want the Barnes & Noble edition for that one. So I guess I have to go to Barnes & Noble instead of Books A Million, which tells me I'm probably going to end up with the red Hellbent, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I like the color red. I think that could go very nicely on my shelf. So I think I'm going to go get those two books while I'm thinking about it, to kind of like wake myself up a little bit, and then come back and hopefully read more of the 5th season, because I would really like to make some progress in that today. Saturday morning and I cannot win with this lighting. I'm sitting on my bed right now, and there's a window like right there, but the clouds keep going over the sun, so it either gets really dark or really bright, and I can't win, so it is what it is. I feel like this vlog wasn't necessarily a fail. I mean, I haven't started editing yet, so it could turn out amazingly, but I feel like I had a plan for this one and I only did like 40% of the plan and then had to wing the rest of it. So I don't know, we're gonna see how it goes when I start editing it, because this needs to go up tomorrow. As far as reading goes, I did not update y'all yesterday, but I did do reading yesterday. I listened to The Pilot's Daughter and The Final Hunt, both by Audrey J. Cole. And The Final Hunt is about a woman who, her husband died in like a bear attack like 3 months ago, and then she finds out that he was actually a serial killer, and she is convinced that he faked his death, so she goes to Alaska to find him. That's a whole thing. That one was super interesting. I feel like maybe I talked about that one a little bit, but I don't remember. And then The Pilot's Daughter is about a plane that is hijacked, and a woman who's had like 3 flying lessons has to land the plane because the pilots are dead. And it's like a whole plane, like big plane. And so that was a whole thing. That was like a thriller in the sense of just like thrilling things happening, not so much like a mystery, but that one was kind of cool. I did enjoy it. So yeah, I did enjoy both the books. I also read more of the 5th season. I'm almost 200 pages in now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's very, very dark though. Like every time you think it can't get darker and like sadder, it does. So I'm enjoying it, but like wow, is it heavy. So I am definitely gonna read more of that today. I also just got the Libby notification that the Riley Sager book I need to read this month is available as an audiobook, so I'm probably gonna listen to that today. And that's my plan, but I am gonna end the vlog here because I need to edit this as well. So if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and the little bell icon will notify you when I post, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!